What's up everyone, DNGO here, at it again with another YouTube video. Today I'm just going to be talking about the Most Feared promo and something that I am really concerned about with this promo. Now EA has done a actually really nice job with this promo and everything, like the daily packs are kind of cool where you can basically benefit from it every time. I thank them for that, but the Most Feared Masters, the ringleaders, and the Most Feared Performer players, for the three types of Most Feared Performer players, in my opinion, they are probably the biggest set-offs about this promo. And let me explain this to you right now. So, the 91 overall Nightmare Ringleader Edition ringleader player is the 91 overall Herschel Walker right here. 88 speed, 80 XL. Not too fast, but he's not slow either. He's a decent speed halfback at this point in the game. So keep that in mind. He's a halfback. And look at these Nightmare Performer players. You have a 90 overall Le'Veon Bell. So you're telling me that EA has put two halfbacks in the Nightmare kind of section of the Most Feared promo, if you will. You have the 90 overall Le'Veon Bell, and you also have the ringleader 91 overall Herschel Walker. Now let's take a look at Le'Veon Bell's stats. If he is better than Herschel Walker, and as you can see here, he is much worse than Herschel Walker. He is a lot slower than Herschel Walker actually, which means that Le'Veon Bell would have to go into the fullback position if you ever want to be able to use him. Because you're going to be getting the Herschel Walker, which will be the halfback that you're probably going to have to use. But you can't use Le'Veon Bell as a halfback because Kyle Juszczyk is also in the Nightmare Spec Performer players. And he's actually a very decent fullback. He's got decent speed and decent stats all around, which means that Le'Veon Bell as a Nightmare player is 100% useless. He is an absolute waste of a Nightmare Performer player, which is really kind of sad because Most Feared is basically EA's second biggest promo all year. It is supposed to be all special, but they're just throwing it down the drain this year with the Masters because you'll see later on. But first part is that they just wasted one of the three Nightmare Most Feared Performer players by putting in a halfback Le'Veon Bell, because he's beaten by Herschel Walker in the halfback compartment, and he is beaten by Kyle Juszczyk in the fullback compartment. Now the other Nightmare Performer is Melvin Ingram, and he is just like garbage, guys. He's 75 speed and 81 XL, way too slow. Way too slow for a 90 overall tight defensive end. You really want someone that's got over 82 speed in the defensive end, so then they can blitz the quarterback and sack him before the play action even finishes. So Melvin Ingram isn't even an option. So basically the Nightmare Performer EA is forcing you to get is the Kyle Juszczyk, which is a fullback, which is also kind of lame. So rip EA, rip Nightmare, rip Most Feared when it comes to halfbacks. Oh, and there's one more thing I have to point out. The Dread Zone, one of the three Dread Zone players is a Landon Collins halfback. At this point, guys, the halfback position is getting overflooded with good cards. And Landon Collins is even slower than Le'Veon Bell. And let's not even get me started on the fact that there is a 90 overall Color Rush Todd Gurley available that was just released legit 2 weeks ago. And boy oh boy, compare his stats to Herschel Walker's and you will see whose is better. Boy oh boy, is this Todd Gurley beaten down on the Herschel Walker in the stack compartment. Herschel Walker, no chance. Honestly, guys, one Most Feared ringleader wasted. Next one to go, DeMarcus Ware linebacker. I'll give this to EA. I'll give this to EA, right? They didn't release a linebacker in any of these nine performer cards, which I'm quite happy about. But I just have one issue. They already have a 90 overall Legends DeMarcus Ware. And that is, in my opinion, really upsetting because they have a 91 overall ringleader DeMarcus Ware and they have a 90 overall Legends DeMarcus Ware, which means that the Legends DeMarcus Ware is completely useless. They just wasted a Legends card, and plus they had way more linebackers to choose from, but no, they decided to put a 91 overall ringleader DeMarcus Ware, which completely offsets the 90 overall Legend DeMarcus Ware. And let's not even talk about the Legend linebacker that they released this week, the Derek Brooks linebacker, who is a complete waste of the Legend card because he's only got 85 speed and 86 XL, which is nothing compared to that DeMarcus Ware. So there's one Legend already wasted before we even get... Now, linebackers finished with. Now let's talk about Rob Gronkowski, 91 overall, out of position safety. Alright, you guys, I know a lot of you guys probably picked up the 87 overall Rob Gronkowski tight end color rush card. I know a lot of people picked him up because he was Gronk, he's tall, and he was pretty fast, so a lot of people picked him up. But since they released a 91 overall safety Gronkowski, you are going to have to choose between which one of these players to train to the other Rob Gronkowski, because you are not actually able to use the same player twice in the same team, which means that you're going to have to choose either between a 91 safety Gronkowski or you have to choose between the 87 overall tight end Gronkowski, who's an absolute god, by the way, which means that Rob Gronkowski's safety is basically wasted. And also, he is not the only safety that had good safety that's been released recently. If you want a good safety, then you can also pick up a Malcolm Jenkins, who is a very solid card. Like, he is a 90 overall color rush safety, and he's got good coverage stats. He's got 89 play rec, which is really good, and insanely respectable speed stats for a 90 overall safety. Like, and also let's not forget the fact that they released an 85 overall safety Eric Reed last week. But the thing I'm kind of confused is why is EA releasing so many halfback cards, like linebacker cards that are just kind of pointless because they already have a good card, and a 91 overall safety Rob Gronk, who's got an insanely good tight end card that you'd have to train into this safety Rob Gronk if you want to use him. Or you can just pick up a 90 overall Malcolm Jenkins, who's a much rarer card at this point. And he's also probably a better card because he's got better coverage stats and everything. I'm not even done there at the ringleaders, you guys. Performer cards, in my opinion, are stinking this place out as well. And that is because of the 90 overall tight end JJ Watt and the 90 overall tight end Zach Ertz. I mean, come on, EA. 2 tight ends included in the 9 most feared performer cards. Are you absolutely serious? They released the long shot Antonio Gates like a week before this promo came out. Not even to talk about the good Rob Gronkowski card that they released in the color rush, along with the really good Eric Ebron tight end that you could have picked up as well. Like, so basically, EA is just throwing all of these like performer cards in the garbage by putting them into making like all of these stupid positions of cards that, like, they're making these master cards that are in positions that really have a ton of good cards in them already. It basically makes them useless. And let's talk about the quarterbacks that they put into the most feared. They got Dak Prescott, who's got a very nice card, and they also released a Dontari Poe. Now, I'm just wondering, honestly, not for trolling or anything else, why would you pick up a Dontari Poe in any circumstance? What is the point of this Dontari Poe other than for trolling or for laughs? There's no point in picking up the Dread Zone Dontari Poe, and there is absolutely no reason why you should pick up the Dak Prescott either, because one, they have a Dak Prescott here as that 90 as the 88 overall Stack D tournament reward player. And they also have released a 91 overall quarterback, Randall Cunningham, who's got actually really good stats. And this week's most feared legend players, like, it's stupid. They just released like freaking 3 most feared quarterbacks that are gonna be put to bed by the 92 overall Marcus Mariota that they released merely like legit 2 weeks ago, who is a 92 overall and is an absolute god. Like, are you serious, guys? And plus the quarterback position is useless because in the end they all won't matter because you'll just have a 100 overall Tom Brady that you'll be able to post, that you'll be able to train up. So basically, Dak Prescott is absolutely worthless. Dontari Poe is absolutely worthless. Landon Collins is absolutely worthless. Le'Veon Bell is worthless. Melvin Ingram is worthless. 90 overall tight end J.J. Watt is worthless. 90 overall Zach Ertz is worthless. This 88 overall Herschel Walker is worthless. 91 overall Rob Gronkowski is worthless. And 91 overall DeMarcus Ware has made his 90 overall Legends cards worthless. And also the 91 overall linebacker card Derek Brooks, legend player, worthless. So they're just basically piling up these most feared players, but they're all in the same position. So a lot of these most feared players are not even usable in any way. The only most feared player that I can see actually being usable is just Jarvis Landry, and that's basically it. And the DeMarcus Ware is usable too, but it's contradicting with this 90 overall Legends DeMarcus Ware. Basically, the only 2 players you should be getting in this whole promo right now is the 91 overall. Okay, and EA has got pissed at me because I'm ranting on and on about how bad their promo is. But anyway, guys, I hope you get the point of what I'm making. EA, please stop making these good players, these masters, in the same position that you keep releasing these other really good players in. Like, are you serious, guys? They basically released 3 tight ends in the span of 2 weeks that are actually really godlike. 5 tight ends if you take in the Color Rush promo too. Like, come on, EA, you gotta spread out some of your players. Like, it's really awful how there's so many different types of players out there that are in the same position. Like, you have like 4 options for quarterback in this most feared promo, which is really upsetting because they're just gonna get replaced by the 100 overall Tom Brady anyway. Like, please, if you want to release like cool masters, release wide receivers that I can replace with mine. Release some OTs that I can replace mine with. Release some offensive guards. They hardly get any master cards. Maybe even a center. I mean, like, a lot of these old linemen don't get cool cards. But please. And what about cornerbacks? They've almost completely forgotten about master cornerbacks. Come on, guys, you gotta release some cornerbacks out there. And you gotta release some defensive tackles, defensive ends, or whatever. But even special teams would be cool to have some most feared players in. Anyway, guys, EA, I hope you're listening. Release some new players that are in different positions. I hope you guys enjoy this video. I'm sorry if this is a different type of video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Anyway, just me sharing some concerns that I'm having with most feared so far. It's a really good promo, but I'm just really set off by some of the master players, so it's kind of making me not really want to participate in the most feared promo, which kind of sucks because most feared is supposed to be like the second biggest promo behind Ultimate Freeze for in Madden Mobile all year. So I really hope EA does a better job on some of the master players. Please leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe if you agreed with me that some of these players really shouldn't have been put in the game as masters. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. This is gonna be it. Peace out, everyone.